I might record this one as well. Yeah, 4-1. So it's 2 3-2s and 2 4-1s. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. I might just be getting like a few percent because people are trying out new random stuff. But you know, I like to think I've tuned the list to somewhere where it's decent. The first 4-1 was before I could get my hands on Lurus. So yeah, so that was only for the last 3 leagues, but from 3 leagues it's still a decent result. So we won the die roll. We'll play first. We'll get our Lurus happening here. We have got a Dried Arbor hand. I think we can actually keep this. Torporob could be good in some matchups depending on what my opponent's doing. And yeah, even if they get through the Totem Armor on our Dried Arbor, we still have Lurus's potential later on to do some stuff. Okay. Good until next end step. So Arkham's Astrolabe. It looks like it could be a Bant Euro deck. Would be my first impression from seeing what I've seen. They're not in a position to cast Euro this turn or have a Wrath effect on me. I think I just want to go for Rancor plus Griftspoon, and that's going to do the least damage if we get Galvanic Blast or like Path to Exile, Dispatched, whatever they're running around with. Everybody likes Lurus. Yeah, Lurus seems pretty good, man. It's a bit annoying that when we side in Leyline we don't get access to it, but if we get access to it in a lot of other situations, it's pretty good. And if Leyline's your sideboard plan anyway, then just having this in the main deck, like having that in the sideboard to potentially bring in game 1 against anything is pretty good. So here my opponent could just cast a Teferi. So I think I want to play around Teferi and attack for 4. And then I'm going to cast the Glade Cover Scout I've just drawn. And I can't play an Aura because I've got a Plains. That's irritating. Let's play it anyway. I thought that the sideboard could change the companion. You hadn't thought that it could change the companion legality? Yeah, it says in your starting deck, so I think it applies to the start of each game. So when I sideboard in Leyline, it makes the companion component illegal on Lurus, so I won't be able to companion the Lurus in that situation. Alright, here's the Teferi. I'm sure it's going for Dried Arbor. I'm probably, in response to what he's doing, which is bouncing Dried Arbor, going to path my own Dried Arbor here. Oh wait, sorceries, yeah, gotcha. Teferi, sorcery speed, static effect, which is overpowered. Gotcha. Alright, there was no cancelling of his draw in this situation. Maybe I just path in response. Alright, so we got Rancor and a Spider Umbra, both of which we can cast here. Spider Umbra is better against a Supreme Verdict, and he's got 2 Arkhams out, so I need to be aware of Supreme Verdict. Where Torporob is better if he's casting Uro. Let's just attack face, start getting his life points down, life total down. Yeah, Teferi's a strong card. Really strong card. I wish it was green-white so I could play it. Because it's a main deck card which is never bad and can answer Ensnaring Bridge and Chalice of the Void. So, like, I love the card. I just wish it was in my colors, not blue. Grinding Station, you got it. Okay. So we're not dead yet, and we're not in a situation where we can kill our opponent. The Torpor will be good because it will allow us to stop Uro and stop the Thassa's Oracle. Oh, sorry, the 2-mana creature which wins a deck that has no cards in it the game. Let's see what you said. You just have to expand the mana base. Bant. Yeah, I've tried it. It's not as good as just going green-white. I have tried Bant, and I've tried it with Force of Negation. I've tried it with all the card draw effects that we have. Damn. Opponent's got a counterspell for Torpor Orb, so that's a bit frustrating. If they get a 0, I guess they mill everything. Yeah, I think they need an Emry out to do that, don't they? No, they need Underworld Breach on the field. To do that. I'm surprised he's bouncing Dryad Arbor there and not his own Arkham's Astrolabe, because he would be wanting to get the draw there, I would assume. Okay, now he's got the Emry, which I don't know why he didn't just cast that before. Oh, I guess he's getting protection against Path to Exile. Right, that makes sense. So he can't tap this to activate it yet. So we're not dead yet. We'll play a Forest and play around Metallic Rebuke. We'll Path to Exile his Emry. Alright, looks like Path resolved. We can now attack for 4. I'm not going to attack Teferi this time. I just want to kill my opponent at this stage. It was probably a wrong decision attacking the last Emry. Although it did mean he sunk a lot of his mana into casting Teferi before casting Emry, so it might have worked out in my favour. Now I'm just going to cast Lurrus. And then if Lurrus lives... Wait, you're not countering Path, but you're countering this? Alright, whatever. I guess I had the mana to pay for Metallic Rebuke, but still, that seems odd. Any one aura and we can win. Otherwise, we put him to 1. Alright, opponent's got the Underworld Breach. Has he got the 0 mana spell? Oh wait, no, he can just recast his entire graveyard, right? And he's not got a 0 mana... Oh, he's got the Mox Amber now. Lame. Lame, lame, lame. So we just lose this here. I'm not going to make them go through the motions. I know what's in their deck, what they're about, all of that rubbish. Alright, so we're going to want our Artifact and Enchantment Destruction. We're going to want our Suppression Fields. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Cool. So we're going to bring in Cage as well and the Rest in Peace. We've got a lot of sideboard stuff here. Torpor Orb's not really doing much. Path isn't doing too much, but it is somewhat handy. Core Spirit Dancer loses value because he's got Teferi to bounce it. We probably don't need 3 Daybreak Coronets, and I guess Path is weaker than my static Graveyard Hate effects. and weaker than Suppression Field that can shut off a lot of his deck. Okay. Let's go with that. Sure, we'll keep this. We will keep this. Gonna feel bad if Core Spirit Dance gets bounced by Teferi, but we can blow up 2 artifacts with Force of Vigor and Rancor. And with this Windswept Teeth, I might actually fetch a Dryad Arbor just so I don't get completely tempoed out by a Teferi. We draw the Glade Cover Scout. I think it's still advantageous to go in on Core here. The turn 2 Scout is not nearly as good as a turn 1 Scout. We're versing like a scary deck. Urza Breach, or Emry Breach, or whatever it's called. So you got the Galvanic Blast. If I let this resolve, his Mox Amber taps for mana, but I think that's okay. Okay, there's the Thassa's Oracle. That was the name of the card. I did get it right, and then I questioned it. Bottom to ditch to Teferi to the graveyard, which I am happy to see. Let's lead on Rancor. See what we draw. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm going to cast Ethereal Armor now, and then probably the second Ethereal Armor off the Temple Garden. I'll cast it off the Windswept Heath. I'm going to fetch for a Plains and play around Blood Moon here. Oof, we've almost got lethal. Stop on my opponent's upkeep. I might want to Force of Vigor maybe. I don't think I want to Force and Vigor. I think I want to just let my opponent continue, see what he casts, and then hold up Force of Vigor. Grinding Station. Well, that's the combo. What? Oh, is he just responded to what he assumed was me having Force of Vigor? I guess it will say that I'm paying costs, and he knows that I've got it at that point. But yeah, that's interesting. I might on the draw, Core Spirit Dancer seems even worse. I might bring in 2 Path for an answer to Emry, and then just rely on my hexproof creatures to get me there. Cool. This hand looks really good. No interaction with my opponent, but the hand's solid. Really solid. Explosives on 1. That's annoying. But we do have the second Scout, so if he... He might just main phase do it. If not, I'm going to need a Totem Armor effect to bait the explosives before I can play the second one. Or maybe I can just bait it with Grindstone. There's the grinding station. I think we got a pressure here, and then if we have to reload with Luris later on, then we'll reload with Luris. I'm sort of scared at the moment. I actually want him to spend the mana popping this, so he doesn't spend the mana on Grinding Station and through the breach and Underworld Breach, sorry. Alright, so I'm going to attack, see if he pops it during combat. The smarter thing to do is to wait until end of turn to pop it. Alright, looks like he has done the smarter thing. So the best play I can do here is cast Luris, so I have a creature on the field that doesn't die to explosives. And then, can I play a land from the grave? I don't think so. I think I played the forest this turn. Yeah, I played the forest this turn. Alright, opponents popped engineered explosives. We do have a Luris to reload on. We can get either Griftspoon or Ethereal Armor back, and we do have the Rancor in hand. We can deal a lot of damage as long as we live. He's played a second explosives, and has he missed the land drop, or is he just not played it yet? Galvanic Blast. Well, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Alright, well it looks like our opponent's just got like a hate card filled hand, and we can just play this Hyena Umbra we just drew and have a bit of protection against his engineered explosives for at least one turn. So we'll see what my opponent does here. Alright, we'll go to combat, we'll attack. This is getting our opponent kind of low now. Alright, he's popping that in response. We'll deal 1 damage, and I think while he's tapped out we want to cast Rancor plus Daybreak Coronet. If we get done by Teferi there, that's unfortunate, but otherwise it's our best route to victory because it pressures his life total the most. Any Rancor, Daybreak Coronet or Ethereal Armor will just kill our opponent here. Opponent doesn't have access to white either, so he can't Teferi here. I think our little hexproof guys are getting there. Doing their thing. And we beat 2 engineered explosives and a galvanic blast. Alright. While utilizing all our mana every turn. Alright, well we did draw the Daybreak Coronet, so we'll go for the lethal attack here. See if we get it. Metallic Rebuke. Okay. So he's got the Metallic Rebuke. We can't pay 3, unfortunately. We can attack for 6 and put our opponent to 2. And then I think it's about the same playing a Boggle or not playing a Boggle. So I might just play the Boggle here. Just in case there's a chump blocker scenario, he removes our Rancor, Daybreak falls off. Underworld Breach, so he doesn't currently have access to everything he needs to go off and combo. Casting explosives for 0, that's fine. Sure. Oh, does he just have the combo here? Does continuously casting explosives get him anywhere? He would need to have blue mana in hand and have Thassa's Oracle. I don't think he can escape a land. Yeah, I think we're okay at the moment. I think we're okay. He can draw a million cards next turn, but that's not going to do too much. I can't make those bigger. Oh well, whatever. Too hard. Too hard. I think we're getting there. I think because he has no way to generate mana, that we'll just win this. He has to exile 3 and... oh, he exiled Grinding Station that time. Interesting. Alright, cool. So we got there against Urza. That's Urza combo. Interesting. So we've got an Urza deck here. 1 win there. And OBS, bring you up. And jump into this game. Alright, so that puts us up to 71.4 as a win rate. So doing good at the moment, the deck. Doing very good. Alright, another die roll 1, which is very important in Modern, being on the play. Makes things a lot easier in a lot of different matchups. I'm going to keep this. I'm way more ballsy about the hands I'm keeping now that I've got Lurrus. My opponent doesn't have a companion card. Just play the Windswept Teeth and pass. We might want Dryad Arbor, we might want Basic, or we might want Temple Garden, we'll see. Hallowed Fountain, alright. Crack, let's get the Dryad Arbor. Does look like a control deck. They've probably got like some Teferis and stuff. Temple Garden into Core Spirit Dancer here. And if he answers Core Spirit Dancer, we can either go in on the Dryad Arbor or we can just cast Lurrus at some point. I think holding on to Lurrus until a little bit later when we have more land would be advantageous. Alright, so there's the path. We'll get the basic. That is fine. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm less happy to see Stoneforge Mystic than what I have been to see whatever else he's doing. Batterskull in the reveal card zones. Okay. Daybreak Coronet. So we can go Rancor plus Daybreak, attack, and then post-combat play another Rancor. Seems pretty good to me. Seems pretty good to me. Okay, he's got the Force of Negation. That's irritating. What did he exile with Force? An Opt. I feel like attacking here is not awful, but I don't think I want to. Like, we could trade it with the Stoneforge and then cast Lurrus and get Dryad Arbor back. But I think I'd prefer to force him to have removal spell. Alright, let's cast Grindstone here. Hopefully it resolves. Alright, we'll get our first strike now. And our Rancor, and we will be attacking for more damage than what Batterskull will be gaining in life. But I don't think we've got a fast enough clock to race our opponent though. Here comes that Batterskull. It's really annoying that our opponents had 2 exile effects and we're not able to use Lurrus to do anything as far as getting us some advantage is concerned. Really frustrating. Alright, so we're obviously taking 4 here. He might attack with Stoneforge and we might take 5. Let's get rid of this Horizon Canopy, see what we draw. We draw another land. Not super happy about that. Let's see what we draw on the second one. We draw another land. Alright, let's attack for 7. We're only netting 3 damage a turn here. Snapcaster Path. Alright, I'm done with this game. That's over. He's won. So blue and white, Stoneblade. Gotcha. Alright, so Turple Orb has some play. Path to Exile is not amazing. Suppression Field's going to be good. It's the blue-white deck. Gadok Teague might be good. Depends how low to the ground he is. We'll bring in Seal of Primordium. We can at least reoccur that with Lurrus and take out multiple enchantments of our opponents, or multiple artifacts of our opponents. And yeah, I don't really like having removal against a Stoneforge deck. I know you can get the creature and everything, but ramping a blue-white deck into mana doesn't seem that good to me. Okay, so we'll be on the play first. Select our companion. get that happening. Call Spirit Dancer. I want to see if I can find a Glade Cover Scout. Alright, this looks really good, this hand. We'll keep this hand, and I'll look to get rid of the Rancor, I reckon. No, Rancor's something I can cast off the green mana. I'll get rid of Gristbone. Yeah, I'm more likely to draw a white aura to pair with this Rancor than what I am. And if I draw a land this turn, I can go Suppression Field, and then the turn after I can go Rancor plus Daybreak. Okay, so I did draw a land. Jam. Alright, opponent's done Spell Snare there. Well, that's a Spell Snare they won't be using on Daybreak. And we can potentially get back Suppression Field later with our companion, with Lurrus. Batterskull. No way. Alright, so hopefully they don't have Force of Negation here, and Daybreak will stick. Has he seriously got it? Ugh. Has he got it, or is he just in a rage mode? He's got it. Of course he's got it. Bloody ridiculous. They've got it all. So he pitched it to Fairy. And now he can trade? He didn't trade. Man. We've run out of gas so hard just by mulliganing once and having two things counted. Alright, well. I think we just cast Lurrus here and pass. Unfortunately, I can't even get any land from the graveyard with Lurrus. Maybe I need to up the fetch count by 1. Even though I'm playing Suppression Fields. Go back up to 5 fetch lands. Alright, I'll see what my opponent's doing with Opt. Put that on the bottom. Alright, and it resolves. It might get pathed or something, but we'll have to wait and see. If he paths, he can't Batterskull. Alright, so opponent has gone for Batterskull, and that will be coming down. Cool. And most likely attacking, and then it'll hold up a whole bunch of different counter magic and permission and destruction, and I don't think we're getting there. Lurrus has lifelink. It might just be worth enchanting Lurrus and attacking in the air. So we're not even given a chance to do what we need to do here. Let's go for Gristbone, see if it resolves. It does. Cast a Boggle. Maybe I rushed Lurrus and should have waited a turn. We could still just draw Daybreak, and if it's not answered, just win, but super unlikely we're getting there, if you ask me. Alright, well that swings things back in our favour a little bit. Cast the Ethereal Armor with as much mana as possible up. And I think I want to go for Horizon Canopy. Alright, we blank. Attack for 7, put him to 10, he goes back up to 14. I think we can attack. We can fetch Dried Arbor and then block the gem. The gem with the Dried Arbor. We can swing this clock back a little bit in our favour. So you really got sort of Fire and Ice is fine. Feast and Famine would be the issue. So now he's got protection from our Slippery Boggle, so we can't block the Slippery Boggle as long as he equips that pre-combat. He does, and this deals 2 damage to us. And he'll draw a card. Alright, so he's declared attackers, we'll get priority, we'll get our Dried Arbor, we'll try to block. Alright, there's the path. That was always going to happen, wasn't it? Alright. If we draw Daybreak Coronet, we can still just race. We'll be gaining more and have the evasiveness. Oh, he deals 2 damage to us and he gets us. Okay, cool. Alright, so opponent gets there with Stoneblade. It's not like a terrible matchup for us, but I mean, yeah, just a hand really lined up pretty poorly with his, if you ask me. So that drops us down to 68% win rate. And while this is happening, update 1-1 record and 15-7. Alright, so that's that. That is that. Let's see how we go here in round 3. Alright, so on the play, let's see what our hand looks like. Nope. This is better. Still not great. Opponent kept 7. Gonna get rid of the Dried Arbor. It's a really useless land here. Alright, blank on our land drop. Path to Exile could be useful. We'll just attack for 2 and see if we can draw land next turn for Coronet. See what my opponent's up to. Is it Jund? Is it Dredge? Could be Dredge. With a Cathartic Reunion. Forest. Alright, looks like it's a Jund deck. He doesn't have any black mana yet. We don't have any creatures yet. Let's play the Gladecover Scout post-combat. So far my experience against John was Lurrus was pretty good in game 1. We don't get access to it post-board when we bring Leyline of Sanctity in, but it's been pretty good so far in game 1 for me. Against this deck, or this style of deck. I did verse like a Sultai deck that also had Lurrus Den thingy. Blood Moon, really? Is it a Ponza deck? Are you kidding me? What's he doing? I guess I should have held Path up. Almost feels silly that we got. Alright, right on time on turn 4 when our opponent has Blood Moon down. So now we're waiting for our opponent to make a mistake and attack with Magus of the Moon, or we're waiting to draw Plains, in which case we can path the Magus of the Moon, deploy Daybreak Coronet and win. So it's Ponza. They just had a really funky hand. I can't believe it. That's so annoying. Well, we've got 2 lands in our deck we can draw, and opponent's not pressuring us yet. Glorybringer, yeah, that's an aggressive one. That means we have significantly less time to find what we need to. Come on, Plains. Nope. Alright, we've got about 1 more turn. Soonish, I'm just going to consider chump blocking the Scavenging Ooze. Oh wait, can he just exert this and kill me? Okay, he can. Cool. GG. And we'll go to our sideboarding. Alright, Torporob, you come out. Path, you stay in. And Suppression Field is really, really good against this deck. And other than that, maybe a Force of Vigor. It's not very good though, because it only really hits Utopia Sprawl. It won't hit their Magus of the Moon. Maybe I leave Torporob in for hate cards, like a Reclamation Sage or something. Let's just try and get his land, like his Utopia Sprawl, and interrupt his early Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon. Alright, I'll keep this. Suppression Field's really good here. And we've got the Path to Exile. Alright, there's the Utopia Sprawl. I'm going to play Boggle here and hold up Path to Exile. It's not guaranteed that Suppression Field will get our opponent. And I don't want to just get Blood Moon here and just lose the match. Alright, Suppression Field might have got one. There's the Windswept Heath now. Do I want to path my own creature here? I don't think so. Alright, Pillage is still proving to be a powerful card. If we rip land, it won't matter. We do not rip land. We'll leave the Rancor in hand because we need it for Magus of the Moon. I think we need to just start deploying some sort of enchantments here. So we'll get this Ethereal Armor down. If our opponent casts Magus of the Moon, their Utopia Sprawl will fall off here. Alright, there's the Magus of the Moon, right on cue. Goodbye Utopia Sprawl, but I mean, we're right back to where we were game one, all because he had Pillage. I think I want to attack a little bit at the moment. See if that's all he had in his hand and he's just holding land. I think Ponza's going to get us this time. Don't really like to see that, God, but it's not the worst thing. Hey, look, a very pretty mountain. Still, we might draw to our Force Vigors. Sorry, we might draw to our basic planes and path the Magus. In the meantime, our opponent's dealing 4 damage to us a turn and negating the damage we're dealing to them, so that's not very good. Is this another Pillage? Seems sort of redundant as it is. If it is, no, it's Seasoned Pyromancer. That's pretty annoying. Alright, we're going to be holding up blocks now, and he discarded the second Magus of the Moon. I think that's a mistake. Come on, show me path. Show me the path. I mean the planes. The planes so we can cast path. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, we've been got. We have been got. I think I have about like a 60 or 70% win rate against this deck overall. Today's just not our day, and the sample size at the moment is 2, so I'm just going to enter that loss now. I'm going to adjust it if it's incorrect, but I don't think it is. And that will put our win rate somewhere. Oh, his God's online? Lovely. Alright, so that drops us to a 65% win rate. And we brick. Alright, GG. Let's get out of here. Deck's not doing it. Opponent's got a million cards and we're just not seeing what we need. Super frustrating bricking on that land after he pillaged our second one away, because normally we can beat Ponza through a pillage, but when we're on the play we can beat their Blood Moon before it comes down, but obviously not when he has pillage there. Alright, we win the die roll, which is good, of course. Here comes our Lurus, and we'll keep this hand. It's not amazing, but hey, it's a hand. It is a hand. Alright, scout and go. See Deegan. I don't recognize this person, so I'm not really sure what they're on. They're on Tron, okay. Well, this might be good against Tron, having Lurus. We'll have to wait and see. Reasonable start, attacking for 4 here. I'd like to see some ethereal armors to actually add a decent clock here. Oh, it's Blue Tron. Okay. Well, that's a Daybreak Coronet, so let's go ahead and see what happens. I probably should have cast the Gristboon before playing the Horizon Canopy, because if he had a counter spell, he might have been more likely to counter the Gristboon. Alright, looks like he's got Condescend for 1. Yeah, of course he does. Good news is when we get Lurus, we'll be able to recast that Daybreak Coronet and get the Daybreak back out. Alright, sure thing. I think our opponent's not sure he realizes that doesn't really do anything against us, so we're gonna cast Lurus, and we should be able to cast Horizon Canopy if I understand the card right, or if I understand Lurus right, not the Horizon Canopy. Yeah, so we'll click on Horizon Canopy. Can I cast that? It's a permanent card, right? 1 permanent spell with converted mana cost of 2 or less from your graveyard. Land is a permanent. It has less than 2 converted mana cost. I think I should be able to cast that. I don't think that's right. Alright, well, if we live through this next turn, we can return Daybreak and attack for lethal. Now he has relics, so... Alright, but we had lethal on the ground as well, and he couldn't answer that. Alright, so we got to win game 1 against Blue Tron. We're going to want to take out these paths and these torpor orbs, and we're going to look to bring in these Gadok Teague, Force of Vigor, Suppression Field, and Seal of Primordium. Maybe just minus the Daybreak Coronet, because it's not that important against Blue Tron. It's a control deck, right? We won't really need our life gain that much. Maybe a Worm Coil or something will need it, but... Yep. Alright, so Lurus can go out on the field. I think we need a mulligan this hand. It's not very good. We'll keep this. This is significantly better. We will put Gristboon on the bottom. Draw a land. I'm going to go ahead and cast my Slippery Boggle off of a Temple Garden that I'm fetching here. And my opponent might Condescend or something. We'll see. Nope. Okay. That resolves. It's got the mine now. We got a Gristboon now. Gristboon's not bad. Alright. Let's cast this Hyena Umbra, get it down. Opponent's very likely to just Condescend the second thing we cast here, so at least we can get Gristboon back with its activated ability. We don't necessarily need Lurus to do so. Alright, there's a Remand. That's fine. There's the blast zone. That's less fine. Expedition map. Hopefully he casts something else here. I don't think we want to cast Gadok Teague just yet. I think we want to attack for 3. See if he does something and then cast Suppression Field. If Suppression Field resolves, it's good because it disrupts Blast Zone. If it doesn't resolve, it means he's not using his Expedition map this turn. And then we can look to cast Gadok Teague next turn, after we bait his counterspell. Okay, he's just fetching the Expedition map. He's got a tower. He might have Tron mana here. Does he have Blast Zone mana here? He does. That's annoying. Is he just looking to pop this now, or is he casting something? Ballista on 1. Okay, okay. Let's attack for 3. I think we need to try for the Gadok Teague this turn. Hopefully it resolves and he was just baiting something there. Okay, it resolves. We'll give it some totem armor. I know he can blast zone it, but this just protects our Gadok Teague a little bit against walking ballista from... Although he's very far away from paying 6 to put a counter on it and then paying another 4 to ping our guy twice. Oblivion Stone. Okay, I'm sort of happy that I played the Gadok Teague now and put the totem armor down. Oh wait, we need to pay extra mana to do that, right. Forgetting about my own suppression field. Alright, let's attack. End of turn we can cycle this Horizon Canopy. I might just stop that and like this, see what my opponent does. It could be that Gadok Teague is just stopping a lot of their counter spells at the moment. We might not want to cycle our Horizon Canopy. We might want to have the mana to reload with Luris. Cyclonic Rift. That's frustrating. Alright, let's attack here. Attacking for 6. If he's popping the O-Stone, both creatures have totem armor. It's not going to be good enough. You might just consider cracking the Blast Stone here. Alright, he's going for O-Stone. We'll still deal 3 damage. Now I think we want to redeploy our suppression field here and then put a totem armor effect on the Boggle probably, or on the Gadok Teague. We'll put it on Gadok Teague so he's less susceptible to walking ballista. We could We could just lure us and cast a totem armor from our graveyard, but I don't think it's what we want. Worm coil engine, okay. That doesn't win our opponent the game yet. It does make things a little trickier. Especially because we blanked on another aura draw. I think we want to cast Alurus though. And put flying down with on our Gadok Teague and get an attack in while we can. And then when he attacks with Worm Coil Engine, we can block with the Slippery Boggle to conserve some life. And if we draw Daybreak Coronet, we're in a good spot. If not, we can keep returning auras from our graveyard to play. So yeah, Blaststone costs more. It looks like that's what he was going to activate then, and he's realised that it costs a couple extra. It's got the Talaria West. Yikes. We draw another land. Alright, my deck absolutely hates me. Alright, so we'll attack for 7 here. Oh, that's 1 off lethal. I guess I should have recast from the graveyard. I didn't really want to recast from the graveyard though, because he's just going to block. He's just going to Snapcaster Mage. That's something. Targeting Cyclonic Rift. Yuck. Now we can block the Gadok Teague and bounce, block the Lurus and bounce the Gadok Teague. This is pretty revolting. Talk about your blowouts. We're still in damage phase, apparently. We'll lead on Gadok Teague. We'll then cast the Bogle. Drop our Razorverge Thicket. If we draw Daybreak Coronet, we can activate Gristboon and enchant Daybreak Coronet onto one of our creatures. Start attacking again. Trinket Mage. Alright, I think this game's a little bit too far gone. Engineered explosives. So on top of Blast Zone, we have to deal with engineered explosives. Seems fair. I did sideboard out Path, I'm pretty sure. We're just going to take this damage. We're going to look to block next turn. Core's not really good enough. Let's pay 3 mana and cycle our Horizon Canopy. Well, if Core lives... If we survive till next turn and Core lives, we're pretty good. If Core dies, we can recast Core, and as long as we draw an Aura, we might be able to do something. Alright, there's a Blast Zone active. Attack for 6. I think at this point... Maybe I want to block. Nah, Slippery Boggle can chill. Alright, we draw an Aura. I'm going to cast the Core Spirit Dancer here. We'll get 2 draws now. I'm going to put this on my Core Spirit Dancer that might potentially win me the game. If I'm able to attack or something. So we still have a chance to draw Daybreak Coronet here. We've just assembled Totem Armor for Core Spirit Dancer, so that's really nice. And we want to get in for the damage while we can. Next turn we're going to be losing our Gadok Teague and our Core Spirit Dancer. There's no point trying to block with this one. They'll blow up Core in response and it will die to the Worm Coil. Yep. Sure. So now we chump block with one of our creatures on the Worm Coil Engine and one on the Trinket Mage, and we can live one more turn. And then potentially kill him on swing back if we draw enough auras. Alright, he's got the explosives, which we saw last turn. Alright. Didn't quite get there. We got game 3 though. Torpor didn't seem very good against his deck. It didn't seem to be running any planeswalkers, it was just all permissions and everything. And actually, Suppression Field didn't seem to be very good. Torpor does seem like it will be good. Drop a Griftspoon. Drop a Core Spirit Dancer maybe? Yeah, let's go that. Alright, we'll keep this. Might bottom the Seal of Primordium here. Blue Tron is a really rough matchup. I find it way harder than regular Tron. I don't know, it might even be harder than Eldrazi Tron, potentially. They just hold up so much counter magic. Alright, well, he hasn't played blue mana, and we have a chance to empty a few auras onto the battlefield, so let's go ahead and do that. Attack for 4, get that damage happening. See what our opponent does next turn. Second Tron land, okay, that's not great. Force of Vigor is not too bad. We might just want a Torpor Orb here if our opponent's going to do like a Sundering Titan or something. I'm just going to attack and then Torpor Orb afterwards. A little worse against something like a Worm Coil Engine. Attack for 6 would put him to 10. Yeah, I think attacking for 4 and playing Torpor Orb is a little bit of a safer line. Alright, we're getting pretty close to lethal here. We would have had lethal if I played Hyena Umbra last turn, I'm pretty sure. We would have had an extra 2 damage down. Right now we can attack for 8. He's got the reminder for that talisman. I didn't realise that. Okay. So we wouldn't have had lethal. We can attack for 6, put him to 5, and then he's got a Blast Zone. He can activate. He's also got a Field of Ruin. He can't do too much with a Field of Ruin. Okay, Gadok Teague's a nice draw. He has to crack this Blast Zone in response to my attack. Or else we just have lethal damage. Good Snapcaster Chump Block maybe. I think he's just cracking the Blast Zone though. Alright, Blast Zone is down. Okay. Let's cast Hyena Umbra here. We could potentially kill his Talisman of Dominance to switch him off of Artifact and blue mana. Just wait and see what he does. Tectonic Edge. Okay, that's not going to do anything against us. This thing is so behind in power level compared to the times. Alright, well that's not going to do lethal to our opponent, so we might as well just attack for 2. It's the same clock. Opponent's currently got 5 mana. I feel like we just want to get this Gadok Teague on the board potentially. Sure. Okay, that's fine. So we could double Hyena Umbra and have lethal next turn. Or we could Gadok Teague, also have lethal next turn and have protection against all his crazy Tron stuff. Let's Gadok Teague. Alright, Spatial Contortion. We can still cast double Aura. Chalice on 1. We don't have a green card anymore. That's annoying. Let's get Lurrus on the field. I'll see if I can pick up Windswept Teeth or Temple Garden. Still no. Okay. I feel like you should be able to. They are permanent cards. Damn, mosquito, go away. This room's full of them. Khan the Great Creator. That's a card. We can still just attack and kill our opponent, potentially. Even through an Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge isn't going to be good enough. It's going to have to be Walking Ballista, Chump Block the Lurrus. And hope we don't play another Aura. Okay, so we're drawing to land here. Griffin's not quite good enough. Let's attack. We're getting really close to having this match here. Attack both creatures at him. And then we can cast Gadok Teague, second main. And we can put the Grifspoon in our graveyard, so we can potentially return it and fly over the top should all things go bad. Okay, I think we're getting there. So Ensnaring Bridge isn't going to be good enough. Not unless he can empty his hand, which I don't believe he can. What is our opponent getting this time? Crucible of Worlds, return Blast Zone. He can activate Blast Zone on 1. That's not going to be good enough either. He's still got to deal with 2 creatures if he uses Blast Zone, and that's a lot of mana, and he doesn't have Tron lands. I think we just got him. He's got 6 mana. He doesn't have all his dust, or he'd be jamming the misery out of it. Okay, I think we're good. I think we just beat Blue Tron. Okay. I am quite surprised. So that's 3 wins against Tron. Although this Tron's sort of different. Blue Tron's different to normal Tron. I better give it a different category. Tron Blue. Wins 1. Loss into 16 wins. We'll start looking for that next match. What's our win rate looking like now? So 16 divided by 24 puts us back at 66.7 or 66 recurring. So 67. Alright, that's not going too bad there. Doesn't Teague stop all his dust? Oh yeah, you're right. Hey, you're still here, Bath. How you going, man? It's 1 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm a little bit tired, and I'm not thinking all that clearly. Working and hopping on Twitch and on and off. Yeah, I don't normally Twitch stream. It's something I'd like to get into more. We won the die roll here. This hand's pretty reasonable. I'm going to keep it. I do play a decent amount of Moto, but I don't always Twitch stream because my internet's not really that reliable, because I'm in Australia and the broadband here is absolutely garbage. Alright, I'm going to get Dried Arbor. If he's got double removal spell, this is going to feel pretty bad. We got a core Spirit Dancer out of it though, so that's good. Just trying to figure out where it was 1 AM East Asia continent and was going to check out Japan next. I think Japan's like 3 hours or something different time zone from us, but yeah, I'm in Australia. Blue red, is it control? Is it storm? Through the breach? As foretold. Okay, so this is the electro dominance. Crashing foothills is easier than the restore balance. Okay, and ethereal armor. We might just be able to race our opponent here. I was trying to figure out. Would have been 1 hour off. Is MTG bot here? Black Lotus? Guess not. Card Black Lotus. What do you want? I don't have MTG bot. I have like some stream decker that gives the deck list. What were you wanting the Black Lotus for? Or the MTG bot for, sorry? Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what that app does. I'm pretty new to streaming Magic, so... does all kinds of fun stuff and can tell the time. Okay, I might add it to the channel. I'm not sure if I can add it midstream or not. It's too hard. It's too early in the morning. I'll look for to do it another time. Alright, so we're taking 8 here, and we can potentially just kill on swing back as long as we don't get restore balance. If we do get restore balance, we have another core spirit dancer to go in on. Put 2 cards on the bottom with Serum Visions. I think we get there. Alright, let's just attack before we invest any more mana into core. It's got flying, so if he gets some rhinos out, they're not going to block. Petty Theft, the core. Okay, that's pretty good. Didn't realize that deck was running Petty Theft. If you go to Twitch MTG bot and hit up join chat, and it comes. Okay, thank you. I'll do that in a moment when I'm sideboarding. Oh wait, I clicked through my turn. Alright, I lose. Alright, I'm sideboarding. Let's do that now, shall we? Alright, so against Restore Balance, we want Gadok Teague because it answers Electro Dominance, and we want Enchantment Destruction for the Asphodels. Potentially. So explanation mark and join. Okay. Thank you. I should now have the bot here for you to try and do what you need to do with it. Alright, Path to Exile is going to be pretty bad here. Torpor Orb is also going to be pretty bad. And we could look to bring in maybe like a suppression field. Alright, let's go with that. We don't have any auras other than Daybreak, so we need to mull that. We'll keep this one. This one looks pretty good. I'm going to bottom a land. And so I can keep the... let's get rid of this one. I have to play around Blood Moon this match as well, don't I? That's irritating. Keep Force of Vigor up for what my opponent's doing is why I'm keeping the second Boggle. Alright, so let's go in with the Scout here and pass the turn. No problem on the distraction also, man. Don't worry about it. Ancestral Vision, okay. That's fine. Alright, looks like we got Blood Moon protection now. Maybe the correct line is to leave that land in my hand so that my opponent can't Greater Gargantuan into remove 2 of my lands, or yeah, maybe. Well, there's the Greater Gargantuan. We don't have the suppression field here. Might as well play this Aura and attack. Our opponent's missed a land drop, which is going to be helpful for us. His Ancestral Vision's 3 turns off of coming off. Alright, let's just attack. Hopefully they brick again, for the sake of me. Yeah, he's a little while off casting Asphodel. Or... okay, well we're just drawing lands. I said that I wasn't going to play that. This gets me closer to casting Force of Vigor, and it also allows me to cycle my Horizon Canopy though, so maybe it's better. Alright, we get there. My opponent was inconsistent there. Hello, I'm the ultimate CCG bot. My basic command is answering Oracle text simply by a card giant growth or other card. In the channel, I will display the result. Ah, cool. Type explanation mark help for a full listing of commands. Okay, thanks, man. That's really helpful. Thank you for that. Do you do mod MTG bot? What does that mean, man? So I have to, how do I add it as a moderator so it stays? Is that what you mean? Or do I have to, when I add it, tab slash? Okay, cool, thank you. I'll look to give it mod status now. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I'll click on its name and see what happens. Mod MTG bot. Okay, there it is. That's real easy. Alright, and if I click off that, how do I close that now? I can't close the thing. Oh, right, that's just like a floating thing on top of my chat. That's really weird. Okay, this hand doesn't seem very good. Let's get rid of it. This hand is also rubbish. Doesn't have an X at the top right. Oh, it might. Oh, it does have an X. Yep, you're right. Oh, man. You're good at this Twitch stuff, man. I'll pay you that much. Okay, we'll keep this. This has got our hate piece. We'll get rid of a temple garden and another temple garden. Keep the rest. Been at it for a long time, yeah. Well, I appreciate the help, man. It's very interesting to see all the different applications, widgets, and all of that you can add in. Wonder if it has a courier cards like it didn't yesterday. Looks like they added it, yeah. Cool. It's pretty quick turnaround for them to add it that quickly. Alright, there's the core spirit dancer. It's a real shame we got done by petty theft on the Brazen Borrower in that first game. Another greater Gantchidon. You got it, opponent. You got it. So this will turn them off the Electro Dominance half of the combo. It won't stop the As Foretold half. As the As Foretold. In response to him doing that, I'm going to cast this from my hand, or I can't just yet. Alright, I don't gain priority while he's doing this, which is really irritating. Are you saying I still can't cast that? Okay, done. Okay. Discard my hand size. Alright, good. Goodbye, Coronet. Choose 3 cards and discard them? Wait, what? Or choose 3 cards in your hand to keep. Okay. I feel like I have to get rid of that As Foretold, or I'm just gonna die. Finally got some priority. Now I need to draw like 3 land in a row, pretty much. That's not land. Alright, we'll see how this goes while Greater Gargantuan ticks down. There's a land, that's good. Might be able to get back into this if we keep drawing land. That'll be the power of Lurus if we do, I'll tell you that much. Alright, there's a Razorverge Thicket. Here comes Core Spirit Dancer. No need to muck about. Greater Gargantuan has 3 time counters left. Now it has 2. Okay, looks like we are getting there at the moment. Let's play this suppression field, look to land screw our opponent. Attack for 3. Alright, Gargantuan's coming off of suspend next turn. Let's get this Lurus out there. It's not going to do anything this turn, but next turn it can start returning auras and we can start drawing cards with Core Spirit Dancer. Daybreak Coronet, going to be a really good cast. Okay, so the opponent drew the Scalding Tarn and the suppression field is shutting off Scalding Tarn. Pretty happy about that. And both our creatures have lifelink. Man, this is turning around quite nicely. Alright, I'm giving our opponent the old suppression session. And we can attack for lethal here. Damn! We turned that one around. We got the win against Electro Dominance. That is impressive. Alright, that's pretty much because of Lurus that we got the win there against Electro Dominance. Holy moly. I am extremely surprised about that. That's not an easy matchup for us. Alright, so that puts us back up to a 68% win rate. For the league, which is pretty good. Good win rate. For the deck, I should say, not for the league. And that gave us a 3-2 record, which is also pretty nice. Yeah, so that's the deck. Just run off on the deck quickly. I got humans on this as well. That's a fun deck to play. It's really powerful. So Torpor doesn't seem that good since I added it in. I might want to take that out for something else. I'm not sure what yet. But other than that, I like most of the cards in my sideboard. I like the Lurus so far as well. And yeah, I'm just happy to continue playing what is the core of this list for some time to come. So I'm going to be stopping the recording there. Hope you enjoyed this on YouTube, and make sure to let me know if you did, and to leave me a like and comment and whatever else if that's the case. Thanks for your time, and see you next time.